What's up, Power-Ups? My name is Jason, and welcome back to One Up Pokemon. Alright, so today we're going to have something a little bit different on the channel. We're going to be looking at the 5 undervalued Pokemon cards that I believe from base set era. Now, the base set era is from, of course, base set, Jungle, Fossil, base set 2, and Team Rocket. So that's the base set area. Then next is the Gym Challenge, then Neo Genesis, then I guess Legendary Collection. But we're going to talk about the base set era. If this is something you guys enjoy, let me know. I will come up with the whole series, continuing on from each era. But we're starting with the 5 first sets, which actually is going to include Shadowless 2. What we're not going to talk about is first edition, because honorable mention, every unlimited Pokemon card is an undervalued card, pretty much. There's such a huge discrepancy between first edition and unlimited that it's crazy to think that there's such a large gap. So we're mainly going to talk about unlimited Pokemon. If you want to talk about first edition, let me know and I'll make a video on that. But for this video, the first one we're going to talk about base set Shadowless. So I'm on TCG Player right now, and you can see right here we have market prices. So these are the market prices of each individual Pokemon card. So this is actually by high to low, not by popularity. Actually, if we set by popularity, best selling, Venusaur is actually the most popular or the best selling Pokemon card out there from TCG's perspective. Then Pikachu, then Charizard, and over here. And then the card that I'm looking at that is the most undervalued from this set is this Mewtwo. Shadowless Mewtwo. And this is going to be a theme for the next one coming up as well. I think Mewtwo is very undervalued for what it is. It is the first real legendary Pokemon that the series Pokemon has ever generated. Yeah, we have the birds, Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres. But Mewtwo in itself is just, it's truly the legendary Pokemon. You have to beat the game, go through a series of events, fight strong Pokemon, beat the Elite Four, actually, yeah, beat the game, and then you get to face Mewtwo to capture it. So that's what makes it special in itself. So for what it's going for, check right here, as we see Mewtwo, the listed median is $38. The market price is $72. So even the median of what it's listed for is cheap. $38 that we see here. Heavy played. Let's see, do we have moderately played here for $26? So if you come down, lightly played, $60 for a lightly played card. Then we have a near mint one with pictures for $80. We have a base set Shadowless Mewtwo Holo PSA 6 for $100. The 8's been $195. The 9 Shadowless is $800. So that's a huge gap right there. $800, $200 from an 8, and then freaking it jumps up $500 from an 8 to a 9. Right here. Now these haven't sold, so these are just listed, so it's not officially what the price is. But $70 for a card that should be more iconic than what it is. We know Charizard's iconic. We know the starters are very popular. As you saw, Venusaur is leading the charge for Shadowless cards through TCG's own selling results. So Mewtwo for base set Shadowless is the most undervalued card in my opinion from this set. Now, moving on to base set non-Shadowless. So base set with Shadow, as you can see here, this again is the high to low. We have Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. All these three are always going to be at the top of every list when it comes to a base set. Base set 1, 2, Shadowless, probably Legendary Collection as well. Maybe not Legendary Collection. There might be some other ones. But as you can see here, the other cards. But again, the most undervalued Pokemon in my opinion here is Mewtwo. For $17, you could get this base set Mewtwo, which should be more iconic than what it is. Raichu's cool, it's the evolution of Pikachu, but Mewtwo should overthrow Raichu. It really should. Zapdos, it's iconic too. It's actually a really cool foil. But Mewtwo should be right there around where Zapdos is, if not higher. It should be there with Venusaur, honestly, in my opinion. again, just because of how legendary it is, how iconic it is in the video games, how powerful they made Mewtwo out to be. Mewtwo has its own movie, so it should be in the minds of everybody. If you're looking to maybe invest, maybe Mewtwo is one of those that might catch on later on. But yeah, $17, if we look at it here, listed in medium $14. So if we skip all this and go to the moderately played, even $4 right there. 5. Let's see, let's keep going. Lightly played for $11. That's shipping included. So that lightly played to me is pretty much like a PSA 7, 6, something like that. It could be around that area. Moderately played, lightly played, that's damaged. Heavy play, light. So it's a mixed bag here. People really don't know what to list it as. So let's go all the way to the last. Let's see. A lightly played, here's a near mint, $17. Pretty much $20. And you can get a near mint Mewtwo. And if it becomes like a PSA 8, PSA 9, near mint unlimited Shadow Mewtwo, really undervalued. Same thing with Shadowless Mewtwo. This card is really undervalued, and it should be a lot higher than what it is. But let's move on to base set 2. Now, base set 2 is a different story. It's not the same as you would think I would say Mewtwo. Mewtwo is not the undervalued card here. To me, like I said, Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur. I'm actually surprised that Scyther was up there. Scyther is a cool Pokemon, so I'm happy to see it's up there in value. Best selling, it is Professor Oak Imposter is the best selling one? Really? Zapdos? Scyther's down here. You don't even have Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise up there. Oh, all right. So let's go back to the high to low. But the undervalued one here, honestly, to me, is Pidgeot. I think Pidgeot's really undervalued here. It is a base set 2, but with the colors behind it, the artwork of it, let's take a closer look. With the colors, again, with the colors of Pidgeot, how the artwork is designed, him flying, it's more of an action pose than pretty much any other Pokemon from Jungle Set. And it's a really, really nice artwork with great design, and you can see clearly the swirls in it. The other thing is that the swirls are really prominent, as base set 2, I think, came out before or after Team Rocket, but Team Rocket or base set 2, whichever one came out first, they started the swirls. And the swirls are a beautiful, beautiful installment to the holo foil, and I think it really shows out on Pidgeot's card. I think it's really undervalued. Not only Pidgeot is undervalued, but the other one that is undervalued too is Ninetales. Base set 2 Ninetales undervalued as well. It's a great Pokemon. It's actually maybe overvalued in Shadowless and First Edition. But for some reason in base set 2, it doesn't carry that same weight. Now let's take a look at Jungle. So with Jungle, it's hard for me when I was looking at these Pokemon. It's like, which one do I feel is undervalued here? We have Flareon at the top, which actually surprised me. I thought Jolteon would be number 1. But we have Flareon at the top. See, right here, Pidgeot, $21 for just the Jungle set. But it's only like $6 for the PSA, or not PSA, but base set 2. So I don't think it's undervalued in this set, but it is in base set 2. Scyther is up here. We have Nidoqueen, Clefable, we have Victreebel. Now, the one I was surprised at was Vaporeon. Vaporeon, to me, is probably the most undervalued here in terms of market price. And even when I was looking at prices on eBay and sold prices, Vaporeon is really low. I've seen cards go for roughly about $8, $10, $12. I think the most I've seen one go for was $20, and it was in good condition. So let's click here and see what a lot of these are listed for here. The listed medium is even below the market price median foil. So it is very undervalued, especially for being an evolution. EV and evolution cards are really popular among a lot of players in the video game market and in the card market too. So if we go to last, usually this is where the higher end ones are. We have a near mint first edition, played first edition. These are first edition. So a near mint first edition is $300. And that's the huge thing where I think a lot of unlimited cards are undervalued. A near mint first edition is $300. And then a near mint unlimited is $30. That's 10 times less than a first edition. it baffled me is how much more a first edition card is compared to an unlimited, which is the only difference is that little first edition stamp. And the reason why I say this is because we don't know the print run of these cards. I've seen a lot of forums and a lot of people talk about the possible print runs, but there's no for sure facts of what that print run is. So maybe there might be a hold of like Jungle Boxes first edition out there that we don't know of, stored away. As you see all these YouTubers posting an incredible Pokemon haul from a storage bin, whatever. Well, maybe there's one out there with like 40 booster boxes or maybe hundreds of booster boxes of first edition Jungle. We just don't know. Wizards never released any print run numbers to my knowledge of all the things that I've researched on. So it doesn't make sense to me to go ahead and get the first edition rather than just getting the unlimited, especially if I'm collecting. Maybe investing too, but yeah, it doesn't make sense to me to go for the first edition rather than unlimited, considering they're pretty much the same card. The only difference is a snap. Now moving on from Jungle to Fossil. Fossil is actually probably my favorite set. There are a lot of cool Pokemon in here. We have the Dragonite, the Gengar, the Moltres, the Articuno. Hitmonlee was probably my favorite fighting type Pokemon. Kabutops was my favorite fossil Pokemon. Aerodactyl was cool. Haunter, a non-fully evolution Pokemon, had a holo in here. Then you had Raichu, little fat Raichu there. A Magneton, and then a different Zapdos card. So Fossil, there's Muk, which was a great Pokemon for the card game, but collecting not really so much. But the most underrated card or undervalued card here that I've seen is this Haunter. Haunter is a cool Pokemon in itself, mainly because the design, for a lot of people and myself, I think this design looks better than the Gengar design. And although the design looks better, Gengar sells more. Even here, like the first edition discrepancy between Gengar from Fossil, I think this card is first edition. If it was near mint, or maybe the market price is like $200, $300. It's $25 here. The most expensive card is Dragonite. The Dragonite's a really beautiful card. The rainbow behind it is really nice and everything. These two, Moltres and Articuno, this is their first appearance ever in a card form. Zapdos is down here because it already had one in base set. So this is like the second appearance. But Haunter, great design, really slept on. People don't really overlook it because of Gengar being its fully evolved form. Gengar is a popular Pokemon as well. But I think the design of Haunter is really undervalued here. So I think this card is really undervalued. Let's take a quick look. We didn't take a quick look at, I believe, the base set 2 Pidgeot. But for here, $14 is the market price, listed medium $12. And if we go all the way to last, even a near mint first edition is only going for $65. Near mint holo is going for $30. As you saw with the Vaporeon's near mint holo is going for $30, but its near mint first edition was going for $300. So even then, even the first edition Haunter is really slept on. $65. A PSA 10 is $450. That's fairly low for what a lot of the PSA 10's first editions are going for. So I think it's a really undervalued Pokemon. And finally, last but not least, we have Team Rocket. A set loved by a lot of people. It's still actually just starting to gain value in its price. Boxes are going up, packs are going up. I think when I was getting back into Pokemon during evolutions, these packs were only going for like $15. And even when I bought one first edition pack probably like a year ago, I bought that pack for $60. Now they're upwards of $100 or more. It's crazy how much the hobby has just blown up in price. But of course, Charizard, Blastoise, these two are going to lead the charge for a lot of Team Rockets. But we have Dark Dragonite here. Really cool Pokemon. Look, Dark Charizard's ahead of Dark Raichu. Non-holo. That's crazy. But when I was looking at Team Rocket, it was hard for me to come up with one that was undervalued. With this, I'm probably going to go with Dark Gyarados. I do like Dark Trio, but I think Dark Gyarados are probably the more undervalued here. $16, so the listed mediums are right around the same price. Actually, let's check for Dark Trio. Let's do a quick check. How far behind is Dark Trio from its listed? No, it's actually more. So it's actually listed more than the Dark Gyarados. Wow. So I guess, yeah, Dark Gyarados for me is more undervalued. Let's check it out. Let's see. Go all the way to the last. PSA graded 10. First edition, $500. First edition, $70. There's a lightly played hollow foil? Near mint. So this guy's really ambitious with his pricing, $53. There's a near mint for $60, and a near mint first edition for $70. So only $10 more for the first edition. That's crazy, man. Even last year, near mint first edition for $48. Near mint 24, 23. Near mint for, well, pretty much the same price because this says it's just more shipping. Is there a first edition one here? Lightly played first edition for $35. Near mint 23. Yeah, this is actually pretty slept on. I mean, considering how much Team Rocket is rising, this card should be more, but it's not. That's crazy. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the sets that we're looking at. So we took a look at base set Shadowless. The card we thought of was, or the card I thought of was Mewtwo. Mewtwo Shadowless is slept on. It's listed market price is 72 and its listed median is 38, almost half of what its market price is. We go to the base set Mewtwo, 17, 14. Not a huge discrepancy, but still fairly cheap considering that it is an iconic legendary Pokemon. And then of course for base set 2, Pidgeot. It's a beautiful card, really beautiful card, and with the addition of swirls it just makes it more appealing. But it's $8 and it's actually listed medians above its market price, so that's good to see. Oh, so for Vaporeon, for Jungle, it's below its listed market price. The median is only by 60 cents, not bad, but still for an evolution that's pretty low for that. And then if we go here for Fossil, it's Haunter, you know, $3 below its listed market price. And still not bad. For near mint first edition, $65. That's pretty good. And finally, for Team Rocket, it's the Gyarados. Right around its market price value in listed medians, but still for a near mint foil, $16 pretty much. I think it's still an undervalued Pokemon. So that's my list of undervalued Pokemon. And again, honorable mention goes out to all unlimited Pokemon because first edition is just way too overpriced. Again, these are my unlimited base set era Pokemon cards that I believe are undervalued. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, power ups.